All right, time for part 4, and this should be our finishing up the super clip. You've gotten this far, you're ready for the next step. Now, if you remember, we need to make a couple little notches here, up and on the top and the bottom, for the wire spring to clip into the half. This is what holds the two super clip halves together. So the location of these is really important. And again, we need to draw something really precisely. We need to add a measured guideline here. So I'm going to take my tape measure tool again, and this time it's important that I click on the edge. And you want to see this on edge message here. On edge, should be red. And when you click, you're going to come back, and with your tape measure, you're going to see this dotted or dashed line up and down. That's really important. If you don't get that at first, go back and try again. When you move back, you should be in the red axis, coming back like this, and type in 2.5, 2.5. I'm going to put in this time. Enter. I could also have typed in 2 and then a space and 1/2 for 2.5. Either way would work. So that's the beginning of our little notch that we're going to make. Our second notch is going to be 1/8 of an inch behind that. So I'm going to click on the line here and come back another 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to type in 1/8 for 1/8. Enter. Good. So that's the two sides of our little notch. And we need to do one coming down as well. So from this edge here, we're going to click and we're going to come down like this in the blue axis. And we're going to say 1/8, 1/8, enter. Now it might be tempting to just click when it tells you 1/8, but trust me when I say it's better to type in the measurement. Okay, we're going to do one from the bottom up as well. 1/8, enter. By typing in the measurement, that's how you get a really precise location, okay? And we're going to add one more guideline here, and you'll see why in a moment. But that guideline is going to be from this edge again. This time we're going to go 5/8. 5/8, enter, okay? That's going to be all the guidelines we need. Now we're ready to start drawing. And the drawing part here is pretty easy. We're going to do the same thing that we did before. We're going to trace with our line tool. I'm going to go right up close here, and we're going to use these intersections where the guidelines intersect with the edges. We're going to click and click and click and click, just like that. I'm going to do the same thing down here. Click and click and click and click. Notice how I'm zoomed in pretty close. That's important. If you're too far away, it's too hard to tell where you're clicking. Okay. And we're going to do a couple more lines. This time we're going to do something fancy. We're going to use the arc tool. Check it out. It's right underneath the pencil. When you click it, you get these different tools that fly out. The first one is the one we want. And it gives us this protractor with our pencil. So we want to be right there. We're going to use these two intersections to draw the curved mouth of our superclip. First selection we do is this intersection here for the pivot point of our arc. You'll see how that works in a minute. We'll come out to the edge, click, and then click again. So that's 3 clicks. Again, we're going to do it down here, the same thing. Click, and click, and click. So we created, with those 3 clicks, 1, 2, 3. We created this beautiful 5/8 inch radius arc. Okay. Last thing, just like before, is we're going to use our push-pull tool to remove this material. Let's get in close in the top here and click inside the box. Go all the way to the other side on face and click. Cool. Same thing on the bottom. You might want to change our perspective here a little bit so we can see the other side. Push-pull, click on the other side on face. Boom. Awesome. Last one here, I'm going to look at it kind of from this end. And push-pull tool. Other side on face. Other side on face. Wow, look at that. Now we could go ahead and delete these guides. We're basically done now. We could delete all these guidelines we created one by clicking them and pressing delete so that we don't have to look at them and we can see our model all perfect. It does look cool, doesn't it? But there's one way to hide them really quick without just deleting them in case we want to use them later. We click the little glasses here and uncheck where it says guides. And now, funny, they should all be there. Maybe it's because it's selected. There. Now they're gone. And now your model is complete. Save your work. If you've gotten this far, give yourself a round of applause, a pat on the back. Great job. Save your work, turn it in, you're done. Now remember, to turn this project in, you need to go to Google Classroom, click Add or Create, and select your SketchUp file from Google Drive, and then turn it in. When you save this work, it goes into your Google Drive with that name. Okay? Good luck, and I look forward to seeing your projects.